As English is used more and more widely in different domains of life in outer circle countries, it takes on the flavor from the surroundings, not only in terms of linguistic elements but also literary heritage. This contact of English with nations which do not share with it its non Western culture, English is made to express newer linguistic and cultural functions. The functions which are completely missing from the Western culture that English traditionally has. These nativized varieties of English are produced through contact of English with new cultures and new surroundings, as we have discussed many a time. The literature written in these distinctive varieties is what we call contact literature. So, when English reached different countries as a result of different diaspora, especially as a result of its second diaspora when it's reached Asia and Africa, many different varieties of English emerged and they became to be used in different domains of life. And these domains of life also included literature. So, the literature which is produced in these distinctive varieties, for example, Indian English, Pakistani English, is called contact literature. Just like Indian Pakistani English, we have a large number of contact literature in many African English languages. So, as English is used by these non-Western countries which do not have Western culture, English is made to express different traditions which are missing from the native English culture. This results in the broadening of the language. For example, we look at it as a healthy development in the English language when English is made to express functions which are not present traditionally in the native English culture. It is used in newer surroundings, newer contexts, and then it is used innovatively in terms of the lexicon. For example, newer words are developed or coined, or the older words are used to express newer functions. This is looked at as, by world English scholars, this is looked at as a broadening of the English language. The contact literature writers believe that there are certain functions which are completely inexpressible in English. There's certain cultural, let's suppose, for example, there are certain cultural rights, there are certain religious rights which cannot be expressed in the English language. And for this purpose, they need to innovate, make innovations in the English language to express those cultural and religious rights, traditions, values. For example, different rights that we have at weddings, we do not have English equivalents for those words. For example, mehndi that we have in Pakistani and English culture, we do not have an equivalent word in English to express this celebration or a part of wedding functions or wedding culture, let's say, that we have in Pakistan and India. Similarly, there are several religious rites that do not have equivalent in the religions which are practiced in English-speaking countries. So, because of this reason, the cultural material in contact literature stretches and reshapes the expressive qualities of English, which means that because of this cultural material which is unique to the nativized varieties of English, English language has to stretch and reshape itself to express those unique functions. Contact literature writers also believe that this is, like I have said already, this is looked at as a healthy development. They believe that it provides the contact literature, the literature which is written in the nativized varieties of English. It provides an international exposure to the writers who speak or use native English varieties. So this gives an international exposure to these writers who otherwise will remain limited to their own regions. Also, they believe that it provides an opportunity for the English language to grow and change. As we know that all languages keep changing, and as long as a language is changing, it's a mark of the language's vitality. So, this use of English in contact literature in innovative ways is a mark of English language's vitality and is a sign that English language is changing and growing.